Today, we're diving into an idea that completely reframes the human body. What if it's not just biology? What if it's more like a super sophisticated operating system, one that's hiding some truly miraculous programs just waiting to be run? So let's start with that question right there. What if your body, your own personal OS, came with hidden code? Imagine subroutines that could be triggered to create these extraordinary results, some of them amazing and some of them pretty dangerous. Well, the text we're digging into today argues that our bodies have exactly that. It lays out 8 distinct miraculous programs that are supposedly embedded deep within us, just waiting for the right conditions to kick in. And here's the really crucial part. This isn't something you can just decide to turn on or off. No, the whole idea is that these programs activate automatically, kind of like a reflex, but they only trigger when our internal state, our thoughts, our emotions, our desires, hits a very specific set of conditions. So what are these programs? Well, the text groups them together, and we're going to start with 3 that are almost like warning signs. These are the system's cautionary tales about the dangers lurking inside the mind. The first one is called poison. The idea here isn't just, getting mad is bad for you. It's way more extreme. It's that when your anger hits this absolute off-the-charts peak, a program triggers that causes your body to literally poison itself, flooding your whole system with toxins as a direct response. Next up, we have madness. Now, this isn't being described in a clinical way, but more like a system overload. It's what happens when all your tangled thoughts and anxieties just have absolutely no way out. Think of it like an internal pressure cooker with the safety valve welded shut. And this is where it gets really interesting. The author makes a distinction here, suggesting the triggers for this madness program aren't universal. For women, the text suggests it often comes from complex emotional entanglements, while for men, the trigger is more likely to be repressed emotions that have been pushed down with nowhere to go. The last of these dark programs is possession. This is described as the direct result of just unchecked, inflated self-desire. When that desire runs wild, you're not even in the driver's seat anymore. You effectively become a puppet for that ambition. All right, so after those pretty intense warnings, the author makes a really dramatic shift. Let's flip the script and look at the other side of the code, the programs that represent the spirit's absolute highest potential. Okay, so this is the perfect flip side to possession. It's called dispensing elixir. If possession is all about too much desire, this program is activated by its total absence. When your sense of self just dissolves and your mind is completely free from attachments, the body is said to release this kind of universal cure-all, capable of healing any illness. So how do you even get there? Well, the author lays out a pathway. It's incredibly challenging, but it's clear. It requires achieving a state of pure spiritual emptiness, releasing all of your attachments, losing that sense of an individual self, and finally, living in a state of continuous, effortless joy. The next program is called Supernatural Powers. The idea here is that through just this long-term, unwavering, laser-like focus on one single thing, you can unlock the ability to act without any obstruction. You can move through the world with this kind of effortless mastery. And all of this can lead to what the text presents as the ultimate positive state, bliss. And we're not just talking about feeling happy for a bit. This is a whole different level. It's the experience that happens when your inner world is perfectly in harmony, totally free of negativity, and your very being becomes a pure expression of love. So what does that kind of inner world even look like? The author defines it with 5 pillars. It's a consciousness built on a foundation of gratitude, truth, goodness, and beauty, but the core of it all, the thing holding it all together, is pure, unconditional love. Okay, so we've covered the internal stuff, the mind, the spirit. But these last 2 programs, they are something else entirely. The text presents them not as states of mind, but as extraordinary physical events, phenomena that really defy our normal understanding of what a body can do. The first one is spontaneous combustion. But okay, hold on. You gotta forget everything you think you know about that term. The author describes this not as some fiery explosion, but as something way stranger, an event with no flame at all. It's framed as more of a molecular fission, where your physical body just dissolves. And the author links this directly to a spiritual concept known as the rainbow body. The idea is that the body's unbound molecules actually drift in the direction of the person's consciousness, creating a visual that's described as being like a comet streaking across the sky. The 8th and final program is called Rescue. The trigger for this one is incredibly specific. You have to be in a life or death situation with absolutely zero other options for help. In that one instant, a sincere prayer to a higher power is said to activate this program, bringing immediate, miraculous safety. So we've got poison and bliss, possession and a healing elixir, combustion and rescue. I mean, what on earth ties all of these wild, seemingly unrelated ideas together? Well, in the conclusion, the author offers a key to unlock this entire mystery. The author kicks off the conclusion with a really famous philosophical quote: "A world in a grain of sand, a Bodhi in a leaf." The whole point is that the universe is kind of holographic. All the big cosmic mysteries, they're also right here, inside each of us, within the human body. And that brings us to the real key to all of this. The master key to accessing these programs isn't some complicated technique or a secret that you have to learn. It's just sincerity. Like the ancient saying goes, sincerity can move mountains. Or in this case, maybe it can activate the very code of our own being. It's a really powerful way to think about ourselves, right? And whether you see all this as pure metaphor or literal truth, it leaves us with one last big question to chew on. If our body is a program, then who, or maybe what, is the programmer?